Hello everyone, this is OGAE Azerbaijan, and today we have special guests from Latvia. They are described as a jar of fresh tonic, first shaken and then opened. Explosive energy and an eccentric image. Let's welcome the one and only Citi Zēni. Hello guys.
Hello.
How you doing?
How are you doing?
We're good. We're good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Guys, before going to actual questions, can you please introduce who is Citi Zēni and how was the group created?
We'll start with you. Who are you? What's your name?
Well, I'm Douglas. I play saxophone in the band.
My name is you heard music. My name is Robert. I play the bass and sing.
I'm a drummer. My name's Tom.
Yeah.
My name is Krišjānis. I play the guitar.
And I'm Rainis. I play the keyboards.
And
Giannis.
Yes, and I'm Giannis, and I exist on stage with them.
yeah.
The guy
And,
who hangs out with the musicians.
Yeah, the band was created 2 years ago. We met in the songwriting camp. We met between our lives. It was like a really weird connection. They met with like a pairs. Giannis met with Rainis. Tom is best friends with Tom, and Douglas and me, met in school, and that's how we kind of met up in a songwriting camp and started working together. And since then, we've been best friends forever and write a lot of music and do crazy stuff.
Nice.
That's the short version.
Great introduction. Actually, is there any reason why you choose the name Citi Zēni or Other Boys?
Giannis, maybe you can elaborate on this.
There is.
There are multiple reasons for that. First, the main one probably is that ever since that songwriting camp, we did have to rebrand ourselves. Yeah, everybody's talking about these things. I specifically positioned myself so that it would look like I have.
Just leave it like that. Just leave it like that.
Horns. But yeah, and after that songwriting camp, we understood that it's not the band that it used to be anymore. So we needed to rebrand, and then we came up with a lot of funky names. None of them were good. Sir Discofer was the front runner in that selection, but in the end of the day, we selected to stay with Citi Zēni, which is sort of a wordplay on the Citizens, which was the previous name of the band.
Nice.
And it means other boys or different boys?
Other boys.
Other boys, yeah.
In
Yeah,
Latvian.
because we also like to do things a little bit differently, so other boys.
Yeah, and if we do something stupid, we can blame it on other boys, not us.
We did not do it. It was the other boys, man. It was the other boys.
Okay, so who is your musical inspiration or who influenced you music-wise?
Yeah, I can tell you shortly, we listened, I think, much different music between our lives, but I think the biggest influence on us was Bruno Mars, and afterwards they created Silk Sonic. So yeah, that was kind of when we knew that was the right way we were going for in like genre of music. And yeah,
It's like I think right now it's Bruno Mars and Silk Sonic, but like when we were studying, we studied a lot of jazz music. Robert has studied classical music.
opera music and everything.
Yeah, and other guy played rock, and so
yeah,
there's everything.
Yeah, before we met, before the Citi Zēni formed, they played a lot of weird pop music and rock, and it wasn't very good, but now it's good.
and now we're still playing weird pop music, and now it's equally bad, but somehow it works.
Okay, then Vienmēr Kavēju was the first single you released, so which gained a wider recognition. What was the magic?
Yeah, on that song we worked for it was half a year between the first songwriting camp, and we had those a lot at that year when COVID was at the biggest peak. Yeah. And it was half a year since we actually found our sound for the band, and Vienmēr Kavēju was the first song that sounded like us, it felt right for us, and that's why that was the first single. We tried to do the best video as we could at that time, and yeah,
And it's actually a common topic.
the message of the
it's translated in English. It's always late.
I'm
Yeah.
always late.
Yeah,
and Giannis is always late. Our solo artist, not solo artist.
I was the first one for this interview. I was the first one here.
Yeah, and yeah, that's why we kind of went with the idea that it's a relatable song, very relatable for Latvians, and we're always late, and we're always late to everything. So yeah, why not?
Okay. Then in 2021, you released an album called Suni Iziet Yelas.
Nice, nice.
That was nice.
As I understand, all the songs are written by you. So how long did it take for you to release this album, and why to call it Dogs Go to the Streets?
Yeah, I think that we were writing the album from actually the first songwriting camp. Many of the songs that we wrote there actually made it up into the album, and that happened 2 years ago. So I guess that if we apply some magical high-level arithmetics and mathematics to it, it results to 1.5 years that we spent working on the album, from starting to write it up until releasing it fully. I think we could have done it maybe faster, but at the same time, it was the right speed for us at the moment. And why is it called Dogs Take to the Streets? That's a good question. The idea behind the album was that we would be talking about the age that we had just exited. In a sense, we were all of the songs and all the topics discussed there are about what we have experienced during the age between 18 and 20 something, when you're kind of young and you're doing a lot of stupid and silly things. Mm-hmm. And you're getting all of these experiences, like with dating and with going out and with having fun with your friends. It's a pretty eventful part of your life. So ultimately, it was something that we felt that needed to be discussed. That was the concept there. And then the name Dogs Take to the Streets made a lot of sense, I guess.
And then in 2021, you participated with Limousines Uskrita from the same album, actually, in Musical Bank, organized by Latvia's Radio 2. So how does such competition helps bands like you?
Oh yeah, that was that is my favorite song from the album. I think it was the most hard to write. It was very different, and we kind of took a challenge in that song. We tried to do crazy stuff for the listeners, but you do crazy stuff for the listeners that they don't notice at all. And yeah, we in Latvia, we're kind of known for a big one song show, between 15 different singers or artists, and that was I think the best one from us. It was very so far, yeah. It was I think it was very good show. That was very great show, and we got second place to biggest name in Latvia, the Brainstorm, the group in Latvia, which has existed for 120 years already. And yeah, it was a great starting point at the next level in Latvian music industry. Everybody noticed that us at that point, and since then it's been great. It's been great fun. Everybody knows us in Latvian industry, and
also you asked how these shows help us. I guess we always try to possess our band as a live performing band, and these are our chances, our favorite moments, where to show that we can do that. We can play on stage, do the choreography, do the dances, the shows, live arrangements as well,
Yeah, it's kind of, in Latvia, it's a different concept. Everybody does the radio hit on the stage. They go on stage, the band is playing, and you stand in the middle and just sing. And we kind of knew already that is a problem, and we need to change that. And everybody who will perform next year will think of us, oh, okay, we need to try to do better, because last year we came about, and yeah, it was a great show, and I think we're pushing boundaries here in Latvia, I think.
Great.
Yeah.
And actually now I have kind of like mini game. I have like 5 quick fire questions based on your singles. First question, are you always late?
Yes. Yes.
We had to make a song, we made the song, and now we are not.
Second question. So what you want to show me?
If we were talking about that song, we couldn't show you what it is because it was about a lady.
Third question. Who let the dogs out that they are out on the street?
We did. We let our dogs out.
So the fourth question. Who has the most beautiful legs?
You can compare them now. You can compare them now. Because all of you.
Not yours, man.
Not yours.
They're green or something.
They're green. Or they're green.
Green is fun, man.
The last question of the mini game. Are you still eating your salad or you prefer your juice meat?
Salad.
Still eating salad. Still prefer salad.
Yep.
Yeah.
And pussy.
And some pussy, yeah. Definitely.
Okay, let's move to Eurovision. Can you please tell us how did you decide to participate in Supernova?
Oh, that's a pretty long question to answer because ultimately it was not an easy answer for us. We started thinking about what we would do after our debut album sometime in the early summer of 2021, because then the album was in the final stages of production, meaning that we needed to figure out what to do next. And then we had the understanding that, okay, most probably we shouldn't go and release another album immediately afterwards in Latvian. So we thought, okay, can we do it in a different language? Can we do it in a different way so that it would be fun and an update and the next step for us? And then we decided to have a camp in the end of the summer to write songs in English. And only after this first camp, we understood that we have the capacity and we have the ability to also be writing music in English, which in turn led us to the idea of, okay, let's do another camp. We wrote a total of 30 songs before we actually made the decision that, okay, we're gonna go for Eurovision. And and then we selected Eat Your Salad. That made the most sense, but the goal for us has always been to look past Eurovision, to not be perceived as a Eurovision only project, because ultimately that's not who we are. We have albums before the event. We're planning to have an album by the end of this year in English again, right? So so Eurovision really just seemed like a great stepping stone for us, and the fact that we're going there, it's an amazing opportunity.
Mm-hmm. And actually, were you expecting to win Supernova and represent Latvia in Eurovision Song Contest, as well as to represent Latvia? What does it mean for you?
Well, initially, I don't think that we really expected that we would win because the competition was very high, right? There were a lot of legends participating this year, including the likes of Aminata and of Inters Busulis, who was a part of Bujans, who had gone separately before. Then also Reinis, who was singing as well as a part of Bujans, who had gone before with Cosmos. Then who else were from previous years participants? Yes, no, Marcus had not been to Eurovision. Then I forgot. Papa Dude, Ralph Silence. Yes, Ralph Silence also had been to Eurovision, and so we were newcomers. We were debutantes, if you could say that. And so we did not have an expectation that we would win, but we wanted to give them huge competition. Let's put it like that. We wanted to make them sweat for their spot this year, and one thing led to another. And yeah, here we are in the end of the day. And what does this mean for us? It's a dream come true, at least for me. I don't know, maybe the other guys can add something to it, because we've been watching Eurovision ever since we were little kids. It's an amazing opportunity to go there and to experience it, and to try our own hand and our own capabilities in the context of the biggest stage in Europe.
And since you say that you love Eurovision and you watch it, so if I ask, like, who is your ultimate favorite from past years?
Oh, that's a question that everybody will reply to differently, I think. Well, okay, let's go one by one. Douglas, then you first.
I love the song that didn't compete in Eurovision because there was COVID, but Think About Things by Daddy Fryer.
From last year's, it was from last year, Italy and Switzerland. Those were my favorite.
My favorite maybe could be this Lena's Satellites song, which was just the catchy tune, and there's something about it that I really love.
Yeah, from last year I loved Ukraine's performance. Yeah, it's amazing.
And for me, all-time favorite would be a Norway's entry, Alexander Rybak. That was a very fun one for me.
Yeah, that was cool.
Definitely, but there are so many great songs.
Yeah, there are a lot of great songs, and I guess the one that we have not mentioned yet that is a favorite for practically all of us. It's Loreen Euphoria, right? Rob usually mentions that one.
Yeah,
that was a great song. And then from the more recent examples, yeah, definitely Daddy Frere, both his last year performance and the year before that. Yeah, I think that he was magnificent in what he did together with his friends, Dario Gagmanik.
Actually, I also watched your performance, and it's really, really cool, and it's basically fun. Everyone would like to party with you if people are watching. So can you please also let us know what's the message you want to convey to your listeners with Eat Your Salad?
I think the message is pretty simple. Firstly, love each other. Secondly, love the world around you. Either the environment, either the people, either the environment that you're living in. Think about sustainability if you can. And lastly, eat some more pussy. If we would eat more pussy, the world would be a better place. Simple as that. At least 50% of the population would be a lot happier. So let's leave it at that.
And as I understood, this is the only song you released in English. Are you planning to release it in Latvian as well?
No.
I don't think that we have a plan to release it in Latvian, but we have a plan, and we actually have an almost finished version to the second single in English. So that's a huge yay. We're planning to release that right after Eurovision, and then hopefully everything falls into the right places, and we manage to squeeze in one more song in Latvian before we go to Turin, because I think the Latvian fans, they have earned more music from us, even regardless of the fact that we're right now pursuing our international career, right?
And as you probably know, there are rules in Eurovision regarding curse words and profanity, and you have some of it in your lyrics. So do you think some meaning will be lost by being forced to change those lyrics?
Yeah, so firstly, I want to add to that, not lyrics, but one word. So we don't have multiple swear words in the song. There's just this one word in the first line, and it's pussy, and there's nothing wrong with saying that, at least in our opinion. I mean, ultimately, we want to add here that why exactly is the censorship being hard-coded into the basis of the whole contest? Because ultimately, over the years, there have been so many performances which have been over-sexualized with practically no clothing on the artists themselves, and that is okay with the organizers, while performing one word out of the ordinary that actually can be heard on the radio around the world. And it, oh, I love the cat in the foreground. That's cool. and by having you know, it's one word, and it's said in our opinion, in the right way. It has the right message behind it, right? It's about having a sustainable lifestyle, and it's said in a fun way, and it does attract a lot of attention. And that's exactly what a song should do. It should provoke emotion, because that's the purpose of art. If art has no meaning or provokes no emotion in the listener, then why would you produce this plastic piece of shit? Nobody needs it. I mean, so that's exactly what we're trying. Of course, we're doing it in our own way, and we are a little bit maybe you might say young or naive or hooligans even, but at the same time, we believe in what we're saying, and we see nothing wrong in it, because ultimately it's a playful way how to attract people's attention towards a very serious issue, and at the same time doing it without bringing out any sort of depression, because ultimately the Eurovision Song Contest, it's about entertainment, right? And nobody wants to be lectured on what they should or shouldn't do. So we thought, hey, why not make sustainability sexy? And I hope that we managed our best to do it.
You also released the video clip for Eat Your Salad, and just, wow, I truly enjoyed it to the fullest. So do you think the message of the song is delivered through the music video?
Partially. I think partially for sure. Well, our goal was to show that, firstly, that the girl would find the greenest guy the most attractive. I guess that we managed to show that. And then our other idea was to have something completely different from what the other music videos were having at the same time, right? So the classical music video is a guy or a girl walking and singing, lip syncing their song in a beautiful place, or being put in a studio setup and singing their song with beautiful visualizations going in the background. That's not who we are. We think that there are different kinds of art that you can incorporate. And in our case, we gave full control to the cinematography team and let them visualize the song in the way that they found fun. And they decided to go for some cliches of Eurovision, for going for the crowds with the different nationalities in them, for having the 70s or 80s aesthetic to the whole thing, to having a dating show, to having the Bollywood dance. It's just crazy enough to keep people invested in it. And I think that it was really fun. Hopefully, I don't know, how do the other guys perceive it? We haven't actually spoken about this too much.
We had a lot of fun filming it. I love the stage there. Yeah. The best part in the video for me is when the strong guy throws Giannis away.
Yeah, we enjoyed that.
I already managed to fix my teeth. You see, it's good now.
The video clip, I think this wasn't what people expected of us. I think people were guessing we would go for something different.
Exactly.
Yeah, like broccoli costumes and
we always like to confuse the people who are looking at our stuff. So,
exactly. Yeah. Everybody said that. Yeah, it wasn't what I was expected, right?
But it was good.
Right. Yeah, they were surprised.
Actually, what to expect at Eurovision 2022? How do you plan to make your staging stand out?
Well, we had some things. We don't want to really give everything away, so we can only say some things about it. Firstly, just a little bit. We'll keep the energy that we had in the semis and the finals of the national selection. I think that that's the thing that separates us from others, that we love what we do, and people can really see that is the case. Then the second thing, it's we're going to go for colors, a lot of colors in the best way possible. And the last thing is that we understand that it is the biggest stage in the world. So our goal is to have the time of our lives as well, because for the biggest stage of the world, it makes sense for us to be having the time of our lives on it, not the other way around. So our goal is not to be too stressed out, enjoy the time that we're having there, and hopefully get into finals. That would be a great way to celebrate our us going there. Yeah,
Robert's birthday.
yeah.
No, it's between. So I have 12th May. Yeah.
Nice.
On the second semi.
So we will watch second semis and celebrate Robert's birthday.
So no broccoli costumes, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard the other songs which you are gonna compete against?
Yeah.
And if I ask to pick one, which one is your favorite? Who will get your 12 points?
Again, different for everyone.
It is.
It's different for everybody. We can give 6 times 12 votes. So my 12 12 points go to Channel Slow Mo from Spain. I love that song and I love that girl. She's awesome.
I guess we three are, yeah?
Subwoofer,
I could go for Ukraine, Stefania. Well, I enjoy that song.
Yeah, for us two or three.
For
so
us
there's
two.
a club. Yeah, we really love wolves and bananas. So shout out to
And
Subwoofer.
grandmas.
And grandmas, yeah.
Shout out to Subwoofer.
They're lovely. Please don't eat them.
I really love the North Macedonia, by the way. Yeah, that's it. I'm outstanding from everyone, but I love the song.
And also, I like to enjoy a bit slower music. So for me, it's Italy's Brividi. I think it's a very beautiful song.
For me, it's Subwoofer.
So 12 points to Italy.
Yep.
Nice. Then what is one thing from your home country that you simply cannot go to Turin without?
One thing?
The other guys from the band. If I would go alone, that would be really weird. I hope that that's the feeling for everybody. If we leave, for example, Reines at Riga, that would be pretty sad. So
Who would hump the synthesizer?
Right.
No one would.
Oh, no.
Well,
But yeah, one thing that we can't go without, I guess we really couldn't go without the support that we're seeing from Latvians here. So that really drives us forward. And yeah, we hope that doesn't go away in the 2 left months that we have until the semis.
So actually, how was Latvians' reaction to your song?
Everything from this is utter shit to this is the best thing that we've ever produced as a country. And I think that that's fair, right? That's exactly how it should be, because ultimately, when it comes down the line in Eurovision, you don't vote for the songs that were mediocrely okay. You vote for the ones that you either love or you don't vote for them. It's a binary decision. So in our case, we saw that we also maybe kind of polarized the people around us. But in the end of the day, it was so amazing to hear that we won both the jury's vote and the popular vote, and actually by quite a nice margin. So that was really cool. So thank you for everybody who supported us, and hopefully we're not letting you down so far with how we've been communicating.
Thank you, Mom, for all those 200
myself.
votes.
for those 200 euros you voted. Thank you very much.
Do you have any message for your fans? But you almost said that. So do you have actually a message?
Well,
Yes, we do.
we'll
We
do
do.
it.
Maybe you guys want to present it.
No.
this
You
time.
have the best answer.
You'll have
always,
the
yeah.
honest to do that.
Okay, so the one message that we want to give everybody, firstly, love each other. That's really necessary at these times that we're living in right now. Please do. Please think about, empathize with each other, share some hugs, share some love. Secondly, think about the planet. If you're sustainable, then you're sexy to us. And the third thing is eat some pussy. If you have the chance, eat some pussy for all of us, for yourself. For every pussy that you meet, offer to eat it out. The people will be happy. It's all about communication. Just offer your services.
As the last, if I ask, can you please sing a little of your song?
Oh, okay, we don't have any instruments with us, but we can try.
We can try to make it different.
We cannot because we have the lag with the Jan's part.
I will be dancing. I will be dancing on mute. Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Know that being green is hot. Being green is cool. It's cool. Silence it. Being green is sexy.
Bravo. Thank you, guys. It was really a pleasure for me to interview you, and I really enjoyed to spend time with you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. This was really fun.
I hope we will meet each other in Turin, because hopefully I will be there.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
Definitely.
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks for having us, and then cheers.
Cheers.
Yep.
See you in
Bye,
Turin.
guys.
Yeah.
Bye.